That's right. I'm Holly Van Straten, not Sarah Palin. A guy rushed up to me at the bar and he says, "Oh my God, you look just like Sarah Palin." He said, "I should know because I subscribe and watch a lot of Pornhub. Who's nailing Palin?" And I said, "You buy me 2 drinks and you could be whole and Holly." So recently I moved from New York, Midtown Manhattan, to Texas. I am in awe. I still have money left over to eat after paying my rent. Last week I went to get my eyebrows trimmed and I introduced myself to the technician and I said, "Hello, my name is Holly." And she said, "Hi, my name is Ivy." And I said, "Ivy?" And I wasn't sure if she was serious or if she was trying to one up me on my Bush name game. I have a confession. I am attracted to men in uniform, not the orange and black ones anymore. Um, I did try that, and I was so pleased to always know where he was. And when I asked him, "Hey, what are you doing on the weekend?" He said he was busy for the next 10 to 15 years. I did actually want to be a cop growing up, and I wanted to be a cop, and I failed the eye exam. Yeah, I have this wandering eye. I was at a bar and I met a guy, and I asked him to dance, and he looked over his right shoulder at the guy behind him where my eye was looking. And I grabbed his hand and I said, "No, I'm talking to you." We danced. We got married 4 months later. That was a fucking disaster. But I did learn one thing: always trust my crooked eye. I've had one constant in my life, and it is this blind spot. I've always walked into walls, door frames, other people's marriages. Yeah. So I think I offended my boyfriend. I complimented him on his glowing summer like all year round tan. And he said, "Duh, I'm black." I went to work and I actually forgot that I had left some whitening treatments on the counter. And I was afraid that when he saw them, he wouldn't maybe know that they were for his teeth. I actually think my boyfriend is annoyed with me. We were in bed and he said, "We need to actually sit and, have a chat." He said, "Just because I'm a fireman, I don't really care to hear you say, 'Jump out of my uniform and come put out your fire.'" And then he said, "While we're talking about it, please stop saying, 'Slide down my pole and into your hole.'" So then I said, "So is it still okay for me to say, 'Park your big red truck, 'cause I wanna fuck?'" My boyfriend, he wears one of those Fitbit, those watches that keep track of your steps, your heart rate, and how many levels you climb. But when we have sex, he puts on a scuba diving watch because it's waterproof, it can tell the time, and it gauges depth. Last week, I was going to an event. I was so excited to go out that I got dressed up with that little black dress. I had on my best jewelry and I was wearing heels. And when I got to the door and the guy was checking me in, he said, "Do you always get this dressed up to get a vaccine?" So, self discoveries for me during COVID-19. Masturbating. You may have been masturbating too much when your muscles are trained, when you're done, just to shoot the dildo right back into the drawer it came from. So I'm not sure if anybody that's watching gets Charlie horses. You know that pain in your leg that just keeps just it's such a bad pain. Well, I get Charlie horses during sex. And, I'm not gonna quit, so I just keep shaking my leg and shaking my leg, and last week, I had such a bad Charlie horse while we're having sex that I started to moan and shook it so hard we both fell off the bed. Yeah, after he said, "My God," he said, "it is always fantastic, but that was fucking amazing. Can we do it again right now?" And I thought to myself, "Can I fake a Charlie horse?" You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful evening. I'm Holly Van Straten, Holly World Comedy. Thank you.